Hey everyone, I hope you're having a super fantastic day wherever you might be. In this video, I'm just going to talk a little bit more about the R2 Scout from Fallkniven. In a recent video, I took it out into the woods and made some pine needle tea. I'll put the link up here if you're interested in seeing that. And video before that, I just basically did some initial impressions, and I'll put the link for that video up there. And in this video, basically, I'm just going to talk about further impressions after taking it out into the woods. I want to respond to some of the comments and some of the thoughts. One that comes to mind was how many knives in this caliber size I could get for the price of this, because this is a pricey knife. And I'm fully aware of that, and thank you for letting us all know. I do recommend for some of you to maybe start your own channel. I think it's a good thing. You've clearly got good knowledge of knives, and you have a big collection of cheap knives. Why not feature them? I've got a lot of cheap knives as well, but I also have a couple of expensive knives, as you can see. So I'd love to see them, and please let me know when you're up and running. Thank you. About this R2, this is not going to be for everybody. Number one, it's pricey. Number two, it might not be big enough for someone with big, baseball mitt hands. I've got a medium-sized glove, and I find this to be almost a perfect fit. I kind of think of this knife a little bit as the late Morris Kohansky used to say. He thought a perfect knife for it in the woods was as wide as your palm, the handle, and the blade as wide as your palm. Somewhere in that region. And by all accounts, this one looks like it fits the bill as far as the late Morris Kohansky's size requirements. Now, one of the other things he mentioned was he liked to see a knife that didn't have too much of a flat spot, and it just kind of went off. And a lot of the knives that he showed were very similar to this. There is a tiny little bit of flat here, though, but not very much. And this is a convex grind, and see if I can bring you in nice and close on how well and how beautiful this is done. It's just done so nicely. And I'm just super impressed with this edge. Right now it's just razor, hair popping sharp. And I'll probably do a separate video on how I do that, on how I keep it that sharp, that is. One of the reasons why this is in my collection is because I don't own anything in Elmax at all. And after taking this into the woods for that one day, I was pleasantly surprised at how tough this steel is and how well the edge retention was. Now, mind you, I only did some batoning and some feathers, but I have every confidence in this knife. The spine was nice and sharp. I didn't have any issues with throwing sparks. They threw really nice sparks. The grip, again, very, very comfortable. For me, not going to be like that for everybody. I like the thickness, and I do like how it's kind of flat and then kind of goes around. Don't know why. I really do like that. In the knives that I make, I have a lot of that kind of going on as well, but I don't have this Coke bottle thing going on, which I'd like to maybe start doing in the future. But so yeah, overall, love it. I'm going to bring in the sheath, and should I move the boss? Better leave the boss. Let's bring in the sheath. In that video, when I was out in the woods, I wore it around my neck, and I kind of did a little bit of customizing. I don't like it moving around, so I kind of did this. kind of threw a snake knot or a cobra knot. It's got a little extra paracord. Kind of looks cool. I think as a neck knife, for me personally, this is where this knife will sit. I won't be carrying this. I tried it around my belt for a little while. It seemed kind of small, and then, I don't know. I think for me, this is the rule. I put some, another snake knot around here, or sorry, what is this called again? I don't know, cobra knot, I think. It's just comfortable on the back of the neck. I can do some adjusting here so I can make it longer or shorter. It's perfect. The only drawback with this is that it's on all the time. I can't unclip it. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. One of these days maybe I will. But for now, not bad. I like the idea of locking it and putting it in a pack, right? So just kind of throwing it at the bottom of the pack, and there it is. If you need it, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it coming out. I will say that I'm not 100% sure, but I might put something on the inside because this is a, I don't know, it's like a Kydex or plastic or something. Is it possible that it could be just taking that really hair-popping edge off? Possibly. Very possible. So it's hard to tell right now, but when I put it in, I always make sure that the spine is up against this side. I'm not kind of down that way. I'm purposely doing that, but it could just be psychological. I don't know. I haven't got any science in that yet. But if you're coming onto this video for the first time, you haven't seen those other two videos, I do recommend you look at them, especially the one out in the woods. And yeah. R2 Scout from Fallkniven, I do like it. It has a place in my knife collection, and it has a place with me when I go into the woods. As a matter of fact, it has a place with me when I go on my mountains. When I take this, will I take this in the mountains with me on a hike? Absolutely. I won't be taking all my bushcraft stuff. I'll be taking my mountain climbing stuff. But this knife is coming with me. I think for that extra ounce and a half, I think it's worth it. I'll take it. I'll take this knife over pretty much all of my neck knives at this point. Anyway, I've got another couple of Fallkniven related videos coming your way very soon. And let me know what you think. And please, if you got some cheap knives, you know, if you got 5, 6 knives that you can own that for the price of that, please, if you don't have a YouTube channel, start one. If you do have one, please show me the link. I'd like to see your knives. And thanks for coming by. Have a super fantastic day, and bye for now.